Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. City Place, Washington. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action out on the course. Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
First and foremost, Rich is going to be the host of the 2000 Sound, as well as the Olympic Mountains on a clear.
The home of golf, links in the state of Washington.
That's right, and it is a true links too. Wide fairways. You're going to have a little bit of imagination today as well, because when this golf course plays firm and fast, you're going to play the bump and run, and you will need a ton of variety of shots around the greens.
That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Might want to check the GPS.
Lol. No.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Well, Frank, he'll drop at least one shot here. That was not his best effort.
No, poor is the easiest way to put that. He knows it.
2-1 over par early on in this round. Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left.
Men hvad? Jeg er lige ved at ramme ind i hovedet.
Are you for real? It was terrible.
Nej. Det var en wedge.
In the thick stuff.
Thick? It's brutal out there.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit.
Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away. Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Nå, han er livet. Nej, hvor den der dårlig.
Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway.
Skal du skide eller tisse?
So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy.
Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Frank, here on the fourth tee, you get a good look, don't you, at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short, off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one where you've got a generous fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4, measuring 495 yards.
Nej, hvor er det der dårligt. Nej, hvor er det dårligt.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait. At least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance though, getting away with par.
That one was running so hot. Let's see what the dominant #1 player can do. Rory McIlroy now on the approach shot. So they'll tap in. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right, and there's just one bunker in the front of this green, and that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. Headed for the bunker. And yet again, he has hit it off the tee and into the bunker. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
Second shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Settles in over the putt.
The bell.
Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Ready to tee off here at the 6th. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, as long as it's not in the rough, the bunkers, well, there's no trees here, really. That little green strip, that runway down there, another hole that bends to the right. But find the fairway. The fairway's wide enough. You've got a pretty good idea exactly where you want to go. And once again, this is one of the shorter par 4s. So good drive here, just short iron in.
Jeg tror ikke, jeg skulle have taget.
It is not looking like a good lock. Frank, you always talk about it not compounding the error, but here again, another shot from the rough.
Yeah, if you try again.
Look out, this one is deep.
You just wave goodbye to the green as it goes over.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that line.
I didn't think that was doable.
Not quite enough on that one, couple of feet short.
Yeah, hopefully he taps it in. Not his best, but hopefully it's just 2 putts.
Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. Clean this up with a tap. Then a rocky round. Frank, this is a daunting challenge. The 7th hole, long par 4. It's over 500 yards.
And a huge bunker down the right side that probably runs for a good 200-300 yards. Obviously, that's to be avoided. And then, of course, there's the mounds and the hammocks and the dunes and that on the left side. That's the reason, really, why this hole's called Humpback. But then, a little bit like the golf course, there's only one greenside bunker to be worried about, but enough green left of that.
Missed the fairway in the fairway bunker now.
It's not all gloom and doom, though. Lip isn't too high. A good swing here still shouldn't be a problem.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club. Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green, and misses it badly to the right. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight.
Yeah, Rory's like a car that just has an extra gear. You know, if you've got 5-speed gearbox, Rory's got 6. If you've got a 6-speed gearbox, he's got 7.
He's the souped-up Ferrari or Lamborghini. He can go. He's Formula One. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realise that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
I'm going to test it. Så læg dog stille.
Så læg dog stille.
Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Okay. Man kan jo ikke skyde det der 300. Det kan man ikke. Ryk lidt længere op på den. Ryk lidt op, ja. Det gør også, så du skyder højere.
Kan man ikke
Og længere.
Custom move, choke, punch, pitch, flop, chip, full, choke, punch, flop. Nej, jeg skal jo prøve flop. Nej, flop. Giv mig nu den flop. Sådan her. Og klarer jeg ikke.
Frank, you've played courses all over the world. You've competed at the highest level. What do you love about links golf?
The variety. I remember St. Andrews, for example. You could play it, 12. You could play 365 days in a row, and it would never be the same. Chambers Bay has the same qualities. You have magnificent vistas, so it makes golf enjoyable. You're in amongst the elements. Nothing seems artificial. And of course, you can play the ball along the ground, you can play it through the air, it's your choice. But you don't have to reward it on the side.
I don't know what happened there. He missed it well to the right. Now the approach at the 8th, and Frank, what are the options for a player?
Well, the green does slope back to front, so if you're a high ball flight hitter, there's nothing wrong with flying the ball all the way up there. But because there's no bunkering in the front, you can also come in here low and sort of bound that ball up there. Choices.
Nej, og den bliver ved med at trille, hvis den kommer lidt længere ud.
Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th.
It's that sneaky distance.
Hvorfor rammer den der ikke?
Didn't quite have the break on that medium length putt right there. No, not going to be too happy with that one. This, I hate to say it, for a triple bogey. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say. And sounding like something that...
You're talking great God here, aren't you? Come on, this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Nice approach shot. They'd be happy with that. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Yeah.
There you have it. Well done. Great putt.
Tight.
Well, let's hope he can regain some ground here on the back nine. Not his best performance so far today.
But what a good back nine would do. If he can just even this round out with just 9 good holes, so much can happen.
You don't want to make a habit of it. In the bunker again off the tee. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
Nej. Nej.
Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. And does not feel like he deserves it.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
It's a cruel game.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Well, here we are at the 11th. Frank, this is a brutally long par 4.
And a little bit blind, too. There's that big dune in the middle of the fairway, and it's sort of a bit daunting. You're not quite sure what's behind that. Well, what is behind that is actually fairway. And just carry it over there. That'll certainly shorten the hole up. And then from there, it's a little bit of a dogleg to the right.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Men nu må den gerne ligge stille, Igor. Det er træls. Fairway.
Third shot, looking for a good one.
Oh, for first.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Nå, men nu.
Maybe a misread right there.
Hvordan kan det der?
Tough hole has this now for double bogey. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Measuring 311 yards at 12, Frank seems to offer an opportunity for a player to do something pretty dramatic here.
Yeah, it's called the narrows. Really, it should be called the temptation, because what player stands on a tee knowing he can reach and doesn't take up a gauntlet?
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. So Frank, trying to make 3 the conventional way, didn't have a go at this green. What's left now?
Just the yardage. If you've got a good yardage here, then all these undulations in this green really aren't that important. And that's the beauty of laying up. You've taken the risk off the tee and really the risk in and around this green. So a good second shot, distance control, and you're going to be well rewarded. It's no snack, though.
Wow, that's disappointing. Chance to get too deep on one hole and you leave it short.
Well, the good thing is he didn't miss it, right? It didn't go past the miss. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Okay. Still has a chance for birdie, too.
Right, okay. I like that positive attitude.
He's made it. On to the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay. It's a par 4, and they call this one Eagle Eye.
Yeah, dogleg to the right, beefy par 4. You hit it down to one of the widest fairways on the golf course. And then up in front, if you look at the middle of the green, you're going to see one bunker. Needless to say, that's got to be avoided.
That's a nice spot right there in the fairway here at 13. Frank, what's the best way to get at the 13th here?
Avoid those ridges left and right, or the mounds, should I say. That bunker that's well placed in the front of the green, obviously you've got to carry that, but this one you've really got to keep it in line with the middle of the green.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
He'll need to be strong with this. And he's made the green. Locked in on the read and the speed. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 12th hole seems to have rattled him a bit. Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row, and they're not easy. This one here at 14, really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This hole, 546 yards, you're going to see a variety of second shots, or the length of second shots here, determined purely by the bravery of the tee shot.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
So, third shot now for Rory McIlroy.
Well,
the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up.
Okay.
Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14. Knew it right from the start. Just a poor putt. Just a couple of feet. Been a rocky round. Frank, normally on a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees, but part of me wants to go up and hug this tree. It's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich, I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make three.
And now he has this for the birdie. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Now to the 16th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is a pretty short hole. What are the chances to come out of here with a birdie?
Well, you've just come off the short 15th. You can get on a little bit of a run here, providing you get in the fairway first. You're not going to have an overly long second shot here. But once again, this is a precision hole, a little bit like 15. This is a tabletop green, so you're going to have to be right on the money with that second shot.
Frank, what's the danger here on the approach to the 16th, considering the green is really pretty small?
Well, obviously it's a short par 4, so you know that the problem's going to happen up ahead, and that's exactly what it does. This is probably one of the smallest, narrowest greens at Chambers Bay. And you can see it slopes dramatically from left to right. That has to be taken into consideration with the second shot.
Frank, it hit the green, but you just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Nå, men hvad? Hvorfor? Hvad?
Not a problem there, Rich.
Nå, men jeg troede, det var putter jo. Hvorfor var det ikke putter? Hvorfor putter nu, men ikke lige før?
Inexcusable.
Ja.
Well, those will knock the wind out of your sails. Double bogey. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards, and all sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at 16th, there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3, you can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of a US Open.
Hvorfor skal jeg bruge putter herfra? Den er skæv.
That was a good-looking putt, just not dropping right now.
No, it's at sneaky distance.
No. No.
It happens sometimes, Frank. They don't all drop.
No, but you try telling them right now.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Yeah.
Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Now to the 18th hole, Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realise that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Oj, den er faktisk okay.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Hvad skal jeg holde op med så? Nej, der skal fuld knald.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
You have to make those from that distance. That hurts. Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one.
2 sekunder.
So they'll tap in.
Ja, nej, lige ned i gulvet.
Finally in for a double bogey. Well, Frank, what a day. Dramatic views and some great golf as well here at Chambers Bay.
You can see why this is considered a true links golf course, even though it's that far away from Scotland. It presents so...
Okay, men er du klar til at carry